Hey there, Dan Frio here, the Mortgage Update, and I have a special this week. It's Sunday, and for those that follow me, you normally know that I really don't do a Sunday YouTube or podcast. But today's a little bit different because this week is going to be crazy, and there could be huge volatility in what's going to take place. So we'll get there in a second. But those that are new to the channel, my name is Dan Frio. I do the Mortgage Update. I'm a mortgage advisor in the Chicagoland area, have been for over 30 years. You can hear me in Chicago on WYLL radio, weekdays from 7:30 to 8 p.m., and you can also hear me on WIND Chicago, Saturday mornings from 7 to 8. And it's the Dan Frio of the Mortgage Update, or the Mortgage Update with Dan Frio. So if I could be of any help to you, please reach out to me. Just call me at 844-775-LOAN. That's 844-775-LOAN. Or shoot me an email at dfrio, that's F-R-I-O, at parksidelending.com. So let's get to why you're here. So every day, if you follow my channel, you see that we follow this every day. If you're new to the channel, this is the MBS markets, the mortgage-backed securities markets. This is the tool or the bond that controls interest rates. It's not the 10-year Treasury. This is what controls the mortgage rates. Okay? Here's the chart that we follow. And again, it's Sunday, so I'll just recap it. We call the Fibonacci levels, and it's a floor and a ceiling that's put in place. And the best analogy I can make is just think it's that bowling alley when you were a kid and had bumpers. So we're hitting these bumpers, and that's normally in a normal market, that's what we see. Okay? You'll kind of float around, and you'll be in here, and everything that goes down goes back up, everything that goes up goes back down. This is what we follow here is the price of this bond. Okay, as prices of a bond go up, yields or interest rates come down. And same thing the other way. As the price of the bonds go down, yields or interest rates go up. Okay, so we saw a sell-off in the last week or two. And when we hit this, basically a lot of the things that affected through here is in this area, we saw a lot of the China and U.S. tariff wars, and that created a big bump. And then over here, we saw some issues with Brexit. Okay, and I'm going to focus on them a little bit here in a second. Okay, but what I want to do today is the markets are closed. They have been for the last 2 days, so it really hasn't done anything. We're staying stagnant in this range right in here for the last week and a half. I don't think that's going to stay the same this week. Here's why. Let's get to the calendar. This week, what's going to happen? Well, pending home sales, you're going to see these things highlighted, and those are going to be big issues this week. And then there's something that's on here that's not highlighted. I think it's going to even play a bigger role, but we'll see. So we have home pricing indexes come out that basically tells us what's going on in the market. Is there appreciation? Are the home values going up or down? Consumer confidence. How confident are consumers? The more confident consumers are, the more they spend. The more they spend, the more everything grows, the economy grows, everything kind of revolves around there. When consumer confidence is low, people start worrying about their jobs, worrying about this, worrying about the next paycheck, so they're not spending freely. So that causes a downturn in the markets, a downturn in the economy. So that's a big indicator. Pending home sales. How are sales going? Believe it or not, here's one of the indicators on why people look at construction and home sales. If you look at when you're buying a house or you're building a house, look at all the cost or all the pieces of the puzzle of that house that helps generate activities in the economy. Okay? You have, first of all, you got labor. So that's a big uptick. And then let's just go into, I'm sitting in my house right now. Let me look over. When they built the house, well, there's brick, there's electrical, there's lighting, there's lumber, just name it. It goes on. So you hire people to come in, they're buying materials, putting that house together, and then they're going out and buying appliances. That all these things with the appliances, now the appliance company, they're hiring people, they're putting the appliances together. So it's the more homes are being built, the better the economy's going, because you got a ripple effect throughout the whole economy. The more homes being built, it trickles all the way down the food chain on people getting jobs. Okay, so let's get to the next one. Gross domestic products, the purchase price index. These are signals of kind of what people follow for inflation. Okay, and inflation's a big market here, or a big trigger here, and I'll go over that in a second. The Federal Reserve will come out and tell us what they've decided to do. Everybody's predicting a 0.25 reduction in rates. I think they're right now. And if you rewind my YouTube videos from last week and the week before, I was saying no. But there's a lot of things coming in right now that's kind of not looking so great for things. Okay, so I'm probably a 50-50 on this one. Powell, he's the chairman of the Fed. He'll come out and talk and tell us what's going on. This will play havoc in the market, I think, one way or another. All right. Then we have payroll numbers. How many people are employed? Again, back to the home piece of things. Better consumer confidence, more homes being built, then that increases jobs. So now we have a jobs report. If this is good, jobs are going up or getting added, that's good. If they're stagnant, that's not so good. And if they're going backwards, that's really not good. I'm saying this is going to be stagnant. Okay, and I'll post out a video on Thursday and let you know how that came along. Personal consumption, core personal consumption, all that, personal income. Personal income does play a role in this as well, because what they're looking at is the more people working, are they actually making more income? Or you have to keep up with inflation. Let's say inflation every year is 2%. Well, if you don't earn 2% more than you did last year, well, you're going backwards. So that's that, a recap of that. And then let's go through Friday. Non-payrolls, average hours worked. So are people still working, adding hours, or hours stagnant, or are they going backwards? Big indicator. The unemployment rate, big indicator. Construction spending, again, that's all these are big numbers all in 1 week. So Monday, nothing, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, wow. So stay tuned for that. Let me reiterate on something. What's happening with the market, you notice what I said in the last thing was the China tariffs, or China war with the U.S., it's playing major havoc in China right now. So I can see them kind of bending a little bit, maybe in coming back and trying to make an agreement sooner than later, because their profit margins are plummeting and their economy is starting to get really bad. The Brexit thing, and I keep studying this, and it's an issue because the UK is so big, and the concern here is Brexit is pulling away from the European Union. Okay, so what the European Union is a whole bunch of countries that batch together as one. The UK wants to pull out of that, saying we don't want to part of you anymore. Well, the problem is they're the second largest economy, and if they pull out, then they have to reestablish trade agreements with everybody, and they have to basically restructure their whole system. And everybody's saying that's going to play havoc in the markets because they're a huge economy. So that's news that's breaking. And then to validate that, you can go through some of these. What I'm saying, the federal cut third time in a row. Let's see if there's Brexit in here. I don't see Brexit. Nope, not there. Starbucks, no. Ohio, Bitcoin, no. I still don't understand Bitcoin, but we'll do that. No recessions, thanks millennials. That's it. So that's it there. Nope, nothing Brexit, but you can trust me. Brexit in the China is going to play a key role this week, but these are the numbers. Take a screenshot of that, especially if you're in the mortgage business. Watch these numbers because every time one of these pops, you're going to see volatility in the MBS market right here. So that's the week in a nutshell. So I appreciate you watching. Sorry this was kind of lengthy and I went through a lot of stuff, but I think it's informative that you know these things going into the week. So please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe, actually share the videos, let people know, what I'm all about, and I'm here to help. So just follow the videos. And if you got any questions, please leave it down in the comments. I answer every comment that's asked. So thanks again for watching. Take care. Have a great week. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.